huko ndani anakupigia mapapando. Kwa huyu umeruka na chandiki kamali. Umeruka na Yosefu huyo atatuambia nini wewe duka? Wewe umeruka na watu hawaeleweki. Huwa atuambia nini wanaruka ruka kama ego ego. Tunaishi naye.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to the rematch of between the Ugandan and the Tanzanian in ABDALLAH. This is Kasozi by now 6 frames.
Ni rematch game game ya kimataifa ambayo kwa leo inarudiwa. Abdullah akiwa away amemfuata Kasozi Kasozi akiwa nyumbani amefuatwa na Abdullah. Matokeo mpaka sasa
6 flames.
Kasozi ambaye yuko nyumbani ana flame 2, wakati Abdullah Hussein ambaye yuko away ana flame 6. Mchezo kwa kadiri ulivyoanza unaweza kuhisi ni mwepesi kwa Abdullah Hussein na mgumu
It looks like Abdallah is this time not letting Joseph Kasozi play. Abdallah, who is by the way leading by 6 frames to 2 against the Ugandan in Joseph Kasozi. The international money match, this is a rematch, and they are at Sniper, I mean at Chumasters Billiards Center in Tanzania. This is a rematch. Joseph Kasozi won by 21 frames to 20 in the first match against the same guy nicknamed the Sniper, and that match was at the Sniper's Center, Billiard Center. Call it the home of the the home of Abdullah Hussein. And now the sharpshooter, it looks like he will be pulling one back. This is a very long race, where if you lead by 6 frames, it's not a big margin. And now Joseph Kasozi pulls one back. It is now 6-3, a race to 21. Abdullah Hussein versus Joseph Kasozi in a race, a money match, $2,000 at stake. This match, by the way, had a lot of misinformation. It looks like the management finally got a chance and agreed on maybe the favorable terms for every side. That's why now the match is taking place. And yes, we are here to watch when the match unfolds. Hussein he looks very determined today, no letting any chance to just go Now Joseph Kasozi, after breaking a draw in this very frame, it looks like Hussein is shooting in the reds and is pretty much determined to extend his game Kusho into 7, putting the reds one by one. And now Hussein looks like he's taking advantage of a dry break from Joseph Kasozi. If he wins this, then he again establish a difference of 4 frames. He is taking his time. And yes, it looks Hussein has gotten himself into a place where he can put the last red on the table. And he puts it, ladies and gentlemen, without a benefit of doubt. Abdullah Hussein taking advantage of a dry break from Joseph Kasozi. Now he puts the 8 ball and he make it 7 frames to 3 in a race to 21. So far just 13 frames has been taken up. And yes, guess what? Looks like Joseph Kasozi calls for a time out. After all, so far 10 frames has been played into completion. It's break, the first break after 10 frames takes place, ladies and gentlemen. So Joseph Kasozi this time was trailing by 7 frames.
Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa Puchalo, pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa Puchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks mystery of soccer. Now Francis Mukwekwe for the strings and the famous commentary of Peter Jobe na beautiful voice ya Priscilla. Kama moyo usimami mara, ndivyo mchezaji wa pool hushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima. Na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinya wa bulu. Utaka kuandika nyaya ya blue. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. History made for the legends. Let's celebrate.
I'm back. Abdallah now breaks, and he breaks hard. Looks like it's now good to go. The way he's shooting, ladies and gentlemen, this time I don't think we shall have a decider, unless otherwise. Joseph Kasozi, the sharpshooter. You may say this time round he needs to double his effort if he's to win this rematch against Abdallah. He's breaking, he's finishing off, every frame is given. And ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, that this Abdallah, according to the way he has been shooting, though it is still in black, but if Joseph Kasozi, if he comes out of the black and then he doesn't change the playing style has been playing, I can tell you that yes, Joseph might lose this rematch. Nonetheless, it is still the first time out, and Abdallah HUSSEIN leads by 7 frames to 3 against Joseph Kasozi. The match as it unfolds, we are still in the black, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are still in the first time out of the match. That's why you're not seeing Joseph Kasozi now on the table. Can sort out the network, but I tell you the network is just like that from the Mars video, because sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it is moving on smoothly, clear, but then we just cement and then you see it, the pictures they are pausing. So we apologize for those inconveniences of the network, but it's from the mother video. I apologize for that, but sometimes it's okay, it moves very well, and then just after, then it moves in a very bad way. Ladies and gentlemen, This is a rematch. Joseph Kasozi is taking on Abdallah Hussein. This time round, Joseph Kasozi looks like he needs to double his effort if he is to go all the way and maybe try to win this match against against Abdallah Hussein, because Hussein has been shooting quite very well, I can tell you. In the first 10 frames, Hussein Abdallah was shooting quite perfectly well, because he was utilizing every chance given to him by Joseph Kasozi. Joseph break dry, he just come and finish off the frame, and then he breaks again, he go with a green apple. That's why you see that the sniper is 7 frames to 3 against the sharpshooter. And by the way, it's not so far for Kasozi to come back in this game if he tries to minimize the mistakes and maybe the errors. And yes, this sharpshooter in Joseph Kasozi pulls one back. By the way, this time round, Joseph Kasozi is the guy at home, and Abdallah Hussein, he is the guy at away, according to The sharpshooter is shooting against the sniper. Ladies and gentlemen, sniper from Tanzania and the sharpshooter from Uganda. This qualified to be an international money match. $2 at stake in this rematch. The first match was won by Joseph Kasozi in a decider that we saw a lot of drama. And now Abdallah is making sure this time round he makes revenge if he can go all the way and win is this match. Maybe in the future, in the near future, we could have a deciding match. But for now, it's Abdallah Hussein trying to double his scores against Joseph Kasozi, because he is up against the 8 ball for the 8th time. He concentrates and boom, ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah Hussein misses to put the 8 ball. Advantage Joseph Kasozi. Ladies and gentlemen, will the sharpshooter finish off? And then he pulls another one back in a minute or in just second, in a seconds, few seconds back. Hussein was leading, was going for the frame, and just like that, Joseph Kasozi now is likely to take this frame, to steal the frame away from Abdallah Hussein after missing the 8 ball. Joseph Kasozi now rolling one red into the corner pocket, and then he puts the 8 ball into the opposite corner pocket. Joseph Kasozi 5, Abdallah Hussein 7. Ladies and gentlemen, from just the first time out, Joseph Kasozi has won 2 consecutive frames, because it was 4 frames. It was 4 frames to 6. I mean 4 frames, 3 frames to 7, and now it is 5 frames to 7. Meaning the sharpshooter has just won 2 straight frames from the time out. And now this time round, this is a frame number 13. Joseph Kasozi breaks and he at least puts a ball on the break. Can he go all the way and clears it in a single visit? Yes, he can, because he's shooting in the yellows and they look pretty much finishable. He is contemplating to play maybe 1 yellow into the other, just, and he gets it exactly. Maybe the only could give him some challenge is the 8 ball. But I know it is very good in space where he can put it into the corner pocket on the right of the table. Ladies and gentlemen, the sharpshooter looks like he's going to win the 3rd consecutive frames just from the time out. Joseph Kasozi, does he snooker himself? No. He is good to go. Yes, he can put this 8 ball up against the 8 ball, and the sharpshooter survives spotting the 2 ball. It's now 6-7. Just from the break, the first time out, the sharpshooter has won 3 consecutive frames. Is now only 1 frame away to settle the score, making it 7-7. Ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah Hussein breaks frame number 14. He breaks with power. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a dry break. Wow. Joseph Kasozi has a chance to win 4 consecutive frames if he can clear this frame with a single visit, call it a ready apple, and settles the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, where are you watching from? George Nduga saying go yo Kasozi, Michaels, my partner in crime. It looks like you're looting for the sharpshooter Joseph Kasozi. And so many guys who are on the stream, thank you for turning it on. Joseph Kasozi is now 2. Ladies and gentlemen, what a poor shot from Joseph Kasozi. He puts the 2 ball in a rook to play the 2 ball into a place where he can put the last yellow, the last red on table, and now Abdallah has a chance to recollect his mistakes after breaking dry, and at least win his very first frame from the break, from the first time out. It looks like Abdallah will be clearing the table. George Nduga watching from Kenya. Abali, George Abali. Yeah, that is the only Kenyan, the only Swahili word I know. Yeah, I don't know whether if I come there I can get water. Watching it from Zimbabwe. Michaels is watching from Masindi. Yeah, George, it was a little bit of careless for Kasozi. It was really a poor shot. Yeah, asante sana kabisa. Kumugisha. Hey, keep the comment section, like I have learned another one. Yeah, it's true, I have learned. And ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah Hussein, he is up against the last yellow, and yes, he will be winning his very first frame just after the first time out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's officially 8 scores, 8 frames to 6 in a race to 21. Micros, you watching alongside HERBERT. Which Swahili word should I send to HERBERT? Yeah, maybe George, you tell me how they send greetings to somebody, and then I want to send to HERBERT here. Yeah, probably I'm working on it, because only that I found people, they were teaching me the other words. Anyway, I will catch up, I know. Mugisha, what were you saying? Hakuna lugha ya Kiswahili. Anyway, with time I'm going to catch up. By the ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful name is Alex, the network admin. I work along in the field of post streaming in Uganda, along MC Terminal UG of the Lifestyle YouTube channel. I work along with Roger of the ATA Advanced Talent Agency YouTube channel. I work along with Detective, commonly known as Detective, but he is Richard, the guy of the Satellite Media YouTube channel. I work with along the legendary Peter Chobe of Break and Finish and Peter Chobe Live YouTube channels. I work along with Mr. Martinez. Mr. Martinez of the Mr. Martinez Pool YouTube channel, and so many other. Ladies and gentlemen, Abdullah Hussein misses a long shot. He was going for a diagonal corner pocket left of the table, just near your screen. And Joseph Kasozi needs to spray. He wants to play snooker, and it looks like a snooker. Hassan, we need to play off the cushion. Edison, you saying, why did I put that the match has been cancelled? Yes, I got the information from Sam's Pool TV that he is not sure according to the situation, as he explained, because that text you saw on that post, it was from, ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah fouls. Joseph Kasozi has 2 shots. That's why he said he's not sure whether this match is going to take place according to the situation that was there, but finally the match is happening. I apologize for the inconveniences, Edison. I hope you understand. Come to Nairobi, I will find you a lady to teach you Kiswahili. George, ndugu ya George, mina nakuja sawa. You just hear, as I said, I am just getting to learn some few words of Kiswahili, so don't laugh at me, man. But I'm not like alone in this. I am with Michael, commentator at this very channel, that is Micros. Yeah, engineer Micros. He also is so green at Kiswahili like me, so we are going to come, me and him, Yeah. Nonetheless, Joseph Kasozi looks like he wants to steal the frame from HUSSEIN. If we can manipulate the tube ball to pot and maybe finish off these 3 red balls on the table. And if he finishes this, if we can find a way of finishing off this frame, and then he pulls another one back, making it 4 frames. I mean 1 frames to settle the scores. And now you look at the way he has just potting the 8th ball is a formality for the sharpshooter. Ladies and gentlemen, once again Joseph Kasozi 7, Abdallah Hussein 8. Joseph Kasozi, he went in the first break timeout. He was trailing by 3 frames to 7 against Hussein Ahmed, and now it looks like Joseph Kasozi, he has won 4 consecutive. I mean, he has won 4 frames, and Abdallah has won 1 from the time out. The sharpshooter, he is nicknamed Abdallah breaks. And Abdallah Hussein is nicknamed the sharp shoot, I mean the sniper. Kasule Joseph, your namesake, the sharpshooter Joseph Kasozi, you're saying let him save your data. Yeah, maybe he can. Nonetheless, the match, you may say that it is still in its early stages. As you see, this is a frame number 16 ongoing, and a maximum of 41 frames to be played if we are to go or to head into a decider. So a quarter of the frames to be played. Or 3/4 of those. Johnson, you're asking where is this match taking place? This match is in Tanzania. That's where the home of Chu Masters is. So Joseph Kasozi is a recently signed player in. Oh wow, that was a nice shot from Abdallah Ahmed from a snookering point, and then he finds his red, and again he even puts it. That's so nice. Yeah, a nice recovery, and it looks like Abdallah is giving us a green apple. Just for that shot, he deserves to win this frame. Yes, up against the last red, he needs to be on target. Compose yourself. Abdallah puts, and yes, he is up against the 8th ball for the 9th time in the match. Abdallah makes it 9-6, I mean 9-7 against Joseph Kasozi. Mosas's Patrick. I have explained what happened. I have tried to explain what happened. I got the information from Sam's Pool TV, you know, the guy who streamed the first battle. And I was like, is it the match cancelled? And then he told me, according to what it is taking place here, I don't know whether the match is going to be played. And if you can go on his page, specifically Facebook, he posted the same exact information I shared on the WhatsApp channels. And then after, even me, I saw the link for this match that it is happening. It looks like they sorted what was disturbing both of the managements of these players. That's why we ended up having this match played tonight. Nonetheless, Joseph Kasozi looks like is just want to replicate. Oh my goodness, before even I finish what I was going to say, that he just want to replicate what Abdallah did with a green apple. Joseph Kasozi misses. The ball looked to be so direct, but yes, pull is pull. He misses, and then Abdallah gets a chance to play in this frame number 17. And look at the way he just starts off. Now he needs once again to resync, and he takes his time. So far from the first time out, Abdallah lost his rhythm he had as the match unfolded at the very first 10 frames, because he was finishing everything on the table. Right now, Joseph Kasozi looked a better player so far. And look at the way he is trying to manipulate the cubo and make sure he finish off this frame, and he pulls another one back to make it 10 frames to 7. If he can finish off these 3 remaining yellows, well and good. The 8 ball can't fail him to finish off. Abdallah Hussein. He puts now 2 yellows to go. Takes his time and hits the yellow with power, and he gets another clear cube, either to put this remaining yellow into the same exact pocket he has put the last yellow, or to play a sharp cut to put it into the center pocket at the top of the table. Ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah Hussein, he needs, if he's going to put into the sharp cut, to put it into the center pocket, then he needs the tube to bounce into off 2. Ladies and gentlemen, he goes for the corner pocket, and with a simple backspin, and now he can put the 8 ball into the center pocket near your screen. Abdallah Hussein, if he puts this 8 ball, which he misses, ladies and gentlemen, once again he misses another 8 ball. Joseph Kasozi back on table. Here Joseph, he can play the Joseph Kasozi loses the frame in just a short an attempt to play his red off the 8 ball. And now just like that, Abdallah Hussein wins the frame without putting the 8 ball. Cutters of Joseph Kasozi's putting the 8 ball prematurely. It's now 7 frames to 10. Abdallah establishes a 3 frame gap between the scores, and frame number 18, Abdallah Hussein breaks with power. Is it dry? It's a dry black once again. These guys, they are breaking it dry. I don't know why. Joseph Kasozi is thinking, is calculating, taking time, because you know, if you just miss or just go on losing frames like this, sometimes it becomes hard to come back in table. Roger Kasozi, why not available? Needs a hammer. Maybe he wanted to play his his red off that black or of the 8 ball, and then he puts it into space. Nonetheless, you may say he played it with so much power. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, that the network, when you see the pictures stuck a bit, it is from the mother video, but it does that for some times, and then it becomes okay. I apologize for the inconveniences in the video. Nonetheless, Joseph Kasozi looks like he wants to take advantage of Hussein's dry black, and he pulls one back. He's now 2 reds away to the 8 ball, and yes, looks like he needs to put the remaining red with a little bit of chubo bouncing off the top cushion into a space where he can put. Yeah, it looks like here he can put it into the center pocket near your screen. Joseph Kasozi concentrates, and yes, Joseph Kasozi with a red apple pulls another one back, and it is now 8 frames to 10. Abdallah still in a lead. The sharpshooter, he has so far never been on top of this match. He's just chasing since the first frame. Now frame number 19, Joseph Kasozi breaks, and it's a foul break. He puts even the chubo, and this time round it looks like Abdallah Hussein is going to do the exact thing Joseph Kasozi has done in the last frame, to come in a single visit with a red apple, cutters of a dry black from Abdallah the other time, and now this time is cutters of a foul black from the sharpshooter. if he can go all the way and clears it, he again establishes a 3 frame gap between the scores. The sniper, what shot has he played here? It looks like he's going in for the reds, because pretty much the reds look so is finished and cleared. And now he goes, he puts. Look at the shoe ball movement. It looks like it moved a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, the network or the video, the pictures are still moving in slow motion. It is still from the Mars video of the game, so I have nothing to do with that. So I apologize for that. Looks poor video. Now Abdallah is 4 yellow reds away, going for a center pocket with a tube bouncing off the cushion into space where he can go for with 1 red into the corner pocket on the left, or and there he will need the tube bouncing off the cushion and then moves a little bit to the almost where there is the 8 ball. He goes for a backspin and it looked so pretty much good. That was a nice power balancing on the shot he has just played. And now Abdallah HUSSEIN is 2 reds away to bring the 11th frame, and if he brings that, it means he only needs 10 more frames to win the rematch. And Abdallah is up against now the remaining red. I know he can play this with a backspin on the tube, and then he puts the 8 ball into any of the center pockets. Backspin, yes. Now he's going for the center pocket near the screen here. Abdallah HUSSEIN, ladies and gentlemen, makes it 11 frames to 8. He again puts that 3 frame gap against the sharpshooter. The sniper is against the sharpshooter Joseph Kasozi. Just like as I said, an apple, call it a ready apple, in a short time succession from Kasozi now to Abdallah. And now this is a frame number 20. Abdallah breaks. It looks like it's dry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another dry break from Abdallah. As you may see, if you look back, so from the game we have had, the last 4 frames, nobody block, and then he continued to play. Joseph Kasozi the other time block dry. Abdallah came and he only missed, and then Joseph Kasozi utilized the chance to win his frame back. The next frame Abdallah block, he blocked dry, and then Joseph Kasozi finished off with a ready apple. Just in the last frame, Joseph Kasozi block a foul break, and then Abdallah has just won a frame just call it a red apple. Just in this ongoing frame number 20, Abdallah has just broken dry, and now Joseph Kasozi looks like he needs to use that opportunity, and he pulls one frame back. But before he does that, he needs to clear these two remaining reds on the table. I don't know how safe it is. Maybe he needs to play a follow shot if he is to put that one red into the corner pocket left of the table at the first screen with a simple fall of the cue ball, or maybe he needs to play a side spin of the cue ball such that he can put both balls into the same exact corner pocket. Nonetheless, he wanted to play the red at the top, and yes, guess what? He missed the shot. Now Abdallah looks to want to play a snooker, and yes, it is a very total snooker. Joseph Kasozi has to play off the cushion. Playing off the cushion, he needs as well to find one of his reds, or else he gives two shots to Abdallah. He finds his red, but he doesn't put in just a single shot. Abdallah Hussein is back on the table, who as well the sniper leads by 11 frames to 8 against the sharpshooter in Joseph Kasozi. Abdallah Hussein goes for power, ladies and gentlemen, a direct shot. He misses. Advantage the sharpshooter. And now Joseph Kasozi, he needs to manipulate the cue ball to put the remaining, the 8 ball bouncing off the top cushion into a space where he can play the 8 ball with either a sharp cut or a bank shot into the corner pocket. But it looks like he wants to go for a sharp cut, and yes, Joseph Kasozi gets the shot right. Joseph Kasozi 9, Abdallah Hussein 11, a race to 21. As it looks now, 20 frames has been played into compression. Looks like we are going to have another time out, as the next time out still Joseph Kasozi trails by 9 frames to 11. Abdallah Hussein leads by 11 frames to 9 against the Ugandan sharpshooter. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me also have a top break. Live commentary resumes shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this song.
From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa Puchalo, pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa Puchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks Mr. Rio Soko, na Francis Mukoko for the strings and the famous commentary ya Peter Jobe na beautiful voice ya Priscilla. Kama moyo usimami mara, ndivyo mchezaji wa pool shika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima, na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinya wa bulu, utaka BWANIKA nyaya ya blue. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games. celebrate. Oh na na, oh na na na. You're just good, girl. In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, legends rise when the table calls a fight. Sharpshooters in Uganda take the boast with a stroke like thunder. Fear the ghosts. From Masaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with a magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo.
Hustle ni kwa table, Nkala strong, ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish one, squatting in Mr. Apples. Nkala humble, kwa table, now a short time.
Masaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with a magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo.
Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks Mr. Rio Soko. Na Francis Mukwekwe for the strings and the famous commentary ya Peter. Jobe na beautiful voice ya Priscilla.
Kama moyo usimami mara, hivyo mchezaji wa pool ushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima. Na sitikiswa na dhoruba, leo tulinyawa hulu. Utara bwanika, nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. History made for the legends, let's celebrate. Oh na na, oh na na na.
You're just good, girl.
In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, legends rise when the table calls a fight. Sharpshooters in Uganda take.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from the second time out. Joseph Kasozi still hasn't gone ahead of Abdallah in this match. So it looks like now frame number 21. Muhumuza Abbas is saying Abdallah Hussein to the world. Yes, so far it looks like he has been so far a better player compared to the sharpshooter. Now sharpshooter breaks flammer number 21. He breaks, and yet again it looked like Joseph Kasozi this time round. He breaks and puts on the break compared to the other times they have been breaking it dry both players. This time round he gets to put a ball in frame number 21. Joseph Kasozi shooting in the yellows. Maybe he wants to do the exact thing he did when he came out of the first time out. Joseph Kasozi won 3 consecutive frames, and just look at the shot he has just played. Accurate perfection. And now he needs to roll this yellow in between 2 reds into the corner pocket right of the table near your screen. If he gets that right, he can maybe with a backspin of the cue ball in that very shot, then he can put the other yellow, and the rest he wants to open up the other yellow, and he end up missing the shot because he wanted to play the cue ball into the other yellow, which looks frozen at the top cushion just next near the the right cushion of the table. Abdallah gets a chance to play in this frame. Ladies and gentlemen, very sorry for the stacker pictures. This is from the mother video. Nonetheless, this is a frame number 21. We are at the midway of the match. You can say 24 frames have so far been played into completion. That's why you see Ahmed leads by 11 frames to 9. He has played a top shot, and yes, that was actually at its best, plus. Abdallah now have relatively 5 yellows, reds on the table, but now he doesn't put, but it looks like a shot calculatively. He has just playing 1 yellow into Kasozi's, ready in front of Kasozi's yellow. It was a shot of defense, and now just in a single shot from Kasozi, Abdallah now regains the rhythm to come back on the table, and with his all 4 yellows, reds in the center of the table, it gives him an upper hand of finishing off this frame, and then he once again establishes a 3 frame gap between the scores. Abdullah Hussein is now up against 3 reds. He's contemplating to play off Kasozi's red to pot here. He went for a direct. I thought maybe the gap is small, but yeah, there was a passage of his ball. And now a back spin here if he plays 1 red. Okay, he plays a side spin, then he's going to play the last red into the corner pocket right of the table just near your screen. Abdallah Ahmed, he concentrates, and yes, he pots up against the 8 ball. This time round is Abdallah Hussein to win the very first frame from a time out. And yes, Abdallah makes it 12 frames to 9, a 3-game cushion. Hands up for the sniper, who by the way now needs 9 frames to win the match. Abdallah needs Kasozi's scores, and Kasozi needs Abdallah's score to win this match. Whom do you think is winning this match? This is a rematch of the match that happened on Saturday, exactly at the same time, around 9 p.m. East African time at Abdallah Hussein's arena or home, the Snipers Arena. Joseph Kasozi won by 21 frames to 20 in a decider that looked so dramatic and entertaining. And yes, it looks like Abdallah is on the verge of winning 2 frames in quick succession to make it 13 frames to 9 against the sharpshooter. This is a rematch, $2,000 at stake. Ladies and gentlemen, Network Admin in Uganda, thank you for tuning in. Engineer Michaels and Engineer Hillary, how are you doing? How is my friend Richard? Abdallah is now 3 yellows away for a break and finish. And just look at the way he's shooting, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to snooker himself? It looks like he did not snooker himself, but the shot, it looked not so real for him to pot, because the Chubo had a little bit of left English. He had to play either a spin, and you spin without potting. Just Joseph Kasozi in just a single shot, he leaves the table snookering, but Abdallah Hussein finds his last ball on the table, and Joseph Kasozi once again snookers him. Joseph Kasozi needs 2 shots, maybe they will help him to finish up this frame. This looks to be a crucial frame for Joseph Kasozi, because if you leave Abdallah to go ahead of you by 4 frames, and ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah Hussein once again finds the ball. Wow, nice vision on the table. And now Joseph Kasozi once again wants to play the snooker for the very last time. This time round, if Abdallah finds it, I think it can go in. He goes off the cushion and he doesn't pot, so he finds his last yellow. Maybe he wants Joseph Kasozi to open up the 8 ball before he can go for the frame. Advantage once again Joseph Kasozi The sharpshooter once again plays the snooker, and this time round Abdallah needs to be either maybe he's going to play off 1, 2 or 3 cushions. He goes for 1, 2 and 3, but this time he misses. Now it looks like Joseph succeeds in his attempt of to get 2 shots from Abdallah. This time round Joseph Kasozi gets the advantage. He asks the umpire for the ball in the hand, and yes, Joseph Kasozi will use his free shot to pot, and then once again he plays the snooker. The sharpshooter against the sniper. Ladies and gentlemen, where are you watching from? And thank you for keeping me a company as we are still on the halfway of this match, because this is the frame number 22. The sharpshooter looked determined. Wow, that was a nice showing from the sharpshooter, putting and opening up the 8 ball in the same shot. And yes, he needs to be on target and to be so much accurate if he is to pull one back and makes it 10 frames to 12. The sharpshooter, Uganda's seed arm, Uganda's seed 1, and a former Locksberry player in Uganda's pool league, national pool league, because now the sharpshooter is under 2 masters management. And just like that, Joseph Kasozi is up against the 8 ball for the 10th time, and in a blink of an eye Joseph Kasozi puts the 8 ball 10-12. That's as the score. 2 frame gap between the score. The sharpshooter up against the sniper. The sharpshooter from Uganda in Joseph Kasozi, and the sniper from Tanzania, Abdallah HUSSEIN. After 22 frames, it is the sharpshooter trailing by 10 frames to 12 against Abdallah HUSSEIN. And the pictures and the videos you see, they are all cutters of Sports TV Tanzania. We thank you for this live action. That's where I am getting the feeds from. and the sharpshooter once again breaks and puts on the brake. That could give him a chance of winning 2 frames in a row and maybe pulling another one back. The sharpshooter will be going in for the reds or the yellows, any of the colors, but to me the reds are pretty much finishable in this game compared to the yellows. And yes, the sharpshooter goes in for the reds. He closes the table. Balancing the power on the tube using the chew stick with the accuracy of at its best is the sharpshooter, who as well by the way is 2 reds away to the 8 ball. It looks like he needs to play a side spin, a side back spin, which he gets it right up against the last red. Will he be on target? No, he is off target. He wanted for the chew ball and he got in the chew ball, but he missed a pot. Without a benefit of doubt, Abdallah Hussein will be playing snooker, and which he plays a snooker. It is a total snooker. Joseph Kasozi off 102, and yes, it is a foul. Advantage Abdallah Hussein. And with this frame, it looks like Abdallah will be once again establishing his 3 frame cushion difference, because with a red apple, not a red apple, but he can be finishing off these now 4 yellows to make it 13 frames to 10, and to make himself a little bit the favorite to win this very match, to win this rematch for $2,000 at stake. Abdallah Hussein once again misses. What's not happening? I don't know. But so far, if you've been watching this match, Abdallah Hussein has missed, if not 2, there are 3 shots in that same exact pocket, where he misses direct shots on the center pocket. And now the sharpshooter missed because he was going for bank shot. Still advantage Abdallah. He needs to collect himself, compose himself, and he plays his game. $2,000 at stake. It's a little bit of some good money. That's why maybe he's playing a little bit, you may say, panicking in him. 1 or 2 is shots he takes. And yes, Abdallah is now up against the last yellow, which he puts it. Will he get a nice 2 ball to put the 8 ball? Yes, yes, yes. He can roll it into the corner pocket on the right of the table. Yes, Emmanuel, that is the exact information I got, that the match is cancelled. Nonetheless, this guy is resolved the issues, and the match, it is happening. Abdallah Hussein once again establishes a three-frame difference onto the scoreboard by leading by 13 frames to 10. Abdallah Hussein needs 8. Yes, he needs 8 frames to win the match, and Joseph Kasozi needs 11. Abdallah with he breaks foul, putting the tube on the break advantage. Sharpshooter. The sharpshooter looks like it's going to play the yellows. Not once, not twice, but when given chances like this, the sharpshooter has been utilizing them the maximum. Cutters of dry breaks and 4 break. He was giving us a single visit of those very frames. Will it be the same exact thing in this frame? It looks like it will be. For now, 3 yellows away to the 8 ball for Joseph Kasozi. If he can finish off, he pulls another one back to get his 11th frame. And one by one, the sharpshooter is up against the last yellow. He needs the two ball to bounce off the cushion or with backspin, and where he can put the remaining 8 ball onto the corner, into the center pocket. He goes for sharp cut, and the sharpshooter puts the 8 ball. Joseph Kasozi with a ready apple makes it 11 frames to 13 in the arrest to 25. In the arrest 21 for $2,000 US. Now this is a frame number 25. Joseph Kasozi breaks. Is it a dry break? And yes, it's a very dry break from the sharpshooter. And then the sniper will be inviting this dry break from the sharpshooter with 2 hands. Yes, any of the colors is a yellow or red, it's finishable. They are pretty much in space. No single ball is at the cushion apart from one yellow, which looks like it's near the cushion, near the center pocket, near your screen. Abdallah is taking his time to calculate each and every move he is going for in this ongoing frame. Can he replicate what Joseph Kasozi has just done in the last frame, using the opportunity of a foul break from Abdallah Joseph Kasozi won the last frame by a single visit, and now Abdallah needs to utilize that very chance because Joseph Kasozi has broke dry, and yes, he has a chance to give us a ready apple in quick succession to Kasozi's ready apple. Now, after all the time being taken on to take a shot, Abdallah decides to play the yellows, and yes, he is now in the attacking mode, just like this. That was nice shooting, you may say, playing one yellow off the other and then putting another yellow, moving another yellow into a space from Joseph Kasozi's red, as it looks in this frame that the red balls are for the sharpshooter Joseph Kasozi and the yellows are for the sniper Abdallah Hussein. And now, calculating each and every move and shot he is to take, taking his time to calculate the chubo, how it will stand in the next shot he will take after taking the current shot. That's why you see Abdallah is moving around, visiting the table. Here, I don't know which shot is he contemplating to play. Maybe you play a backspin and then you go for a shot for the diagonal corner pocket left of the table, and the rest he goes for a right follow on the chubo, getting himself a chubo to put another yellow into the corner pocket left of the table, just that yellow where he is standing. He plays with a backspin. It looks like, as I said, that Abdallah Hussein, he wants to do the same exact thing Joseph Kasozi did in the last frame, to win a frame by a reverse-ish. Call it a ready apple. Now 3 yellows. He goes, boom. He misses, giving Joseph Kasozi the chance to play in this frame. It's like surrendering a frame to the sharpshooter. Ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah, it looks like Joseph Kasozi will be taking his frame back after breaking it dry. It looks like he is now in the attacker mode. Joseph Kasozi right on target, one by one, taking control of his chubo. And yes, if he pulls this one and he wins this frame, he will have a chance to now and yes, look at the way Joseph Kasozi is manipulating his chubo. Slowly by slowly, it looks like taking control of every shot he is taking. Now here you may say maybe the chubo moved a little bit, had a lot of power. Now in the rest, he can put, oh my goodness, he misses, and just like that Abdallah just jumps off the seat to come and invite the advantage back. Yes, in a second it looked like Joseph Kasozi was going for a frame, and just in another second Abdallah Hussein is now in control of the frame. Ladies and gentlemen, pull is pull. This time round he goes for the same exact shot he went in for the other time before he misses. This time he gets it right. And yes, now 2 balls to 2 balls on table for both shooters. And yes, the sniper is on a verge of again taking frame number 25 to make it 14-11. Up against the 8 ball is the sniper. This time round it looks like you come and win one frame, I win the next one, you win the other, and I win the next. That's what so far has happened after this second time break, time out. Joseph Kasozi wins a frame, Abdallah wins a frame. Kasozi wins a frame. That has been the rhythm of the match. So far 25 frames has been fully played into completion, and the sniper Abdallah Hussein leads by 14 frames to 11 against the sharpshooter. Abdallah Hussein this time breaks legal pots, and the 2 boys on table as well. Looks like now he has a chance to go for a green apple. The sniper goes in for the yellows, and yes, he knows where the 8 ball is at this time, praying in the mind that he needs to manipulate that 2 ball into a space where he can play the 8 ball. If he is to finish up with a green apple, then he needs to do the very exact thing that you pray until you get it a time where you put the remaining 8 ball, and you not need to struggle to put that. The the sniper, he is so far is the very favorite to win the match, because he is 3 frames ahead of Kasozi. That is 14 frames to 11, and if he wins this ongoing frame, he establishes a 4 frame gap between the scores. After losing at home In the first match played on Saturday, the sniper Abdallah is looked so much composed today, playing the sharpshooter. And yes, manipulating the chubo quite well. Just look at how it is now 2 yellows away. Play 1 yellow into the corner pocket left of the screen at the extreme end with a stop white. Perfectly played shot from the sniper. Now needs to play another backspin. Maybe he goes for the 8 ball, playing the, he wanted to open up. That was a well calculated move for the 8 ball. Nonetheless, I know he can still play that. Looks like he snookered himself a little bit. Can he manipulate the 2 ball and puts that 8 ball to make or to get his 15th frame? Abdallah Hussein still calculating, still taking his time for all the angles. Looks like he snookered himself. He goes, oh my goodness, unlucky. Joseph Kasozi wins a frame without potting, without playing any ball, just courtesy of Abdullah Hussein potting both the 8 ball and the 2 ball in the same shot. That was unlucky for the sniper. Joseph Kasozi breaks now frame number 27, and yes, it's a very legal frame. I mean a legal break, cause and he closes the table playing in the reds. The sharpshooter has just won a frame without playing any single shot. That looked to be so a painful frame for Abdallah. After struggling and taking his time for a frame, it ended up being for Joseph Kasozi. At his seat comfortably watching, and yes, he won a frame. That's why the score now is 12-14. The sniper still leads by 14. And now the sharpshooter, known for his speed pull sometimes with accuracy and composure, he is 3 reds away to win 2 frames in succession. And if he can do that, if he does like that, he wins this with a green apple, then he narrows the gap to just 1 frame, making it 13-14. And look at the way he's shooting. Will he get a backspin here? pot the remaining 8 ball after potting the last red, and yes, getting a backspin, it's never a challenge to the sharpshooter. The sharpshooter, yes, pulls another one back, and it is now 13-14. There is disturbing buzzing. There is a disturbing buzzing sound. It looks like. Let me try to check if I can correct that. Abdullah Hussein breaks a legal frame now. The narrow is now the gap is so narrow now. The sniper leads by 1 frames. That is a 14-13. After 27 frames being played in 2 completions, it is 14-13, a difference of 1 frame, and this is frame number 28. Abdullah Hussein wants to finish it in a break and finish, but it looks like he has snookered himself. So he needed to resync and take his time in every shot he plays. And yes, he only had 1 ball where he can see it, and he has just played it. I don't know whether that was calculative. Nonetheless, Joseph Kasozi is invited on the table. The sharpshooter, if he wins this frame, he will have a chance to make it all squares for the very first time, because this match was all squares when it was still 0-0. The sharpshooter, he is threatening to steal a frame from Abdallah, winning it in a reverse-ish, winning it with a red apple. And look what the way has just played like this shot. Oh wow, that was marvelousness. And brilliance from the sharpshooter. Ladies and gentlemen, he is now 2 shots away to make it 14-14. And yes, it looks like the sharpshooter winning a green apple, a red apple from Abdullah Hussein after snookering himself. He is on a verge of making it all squares once again. Up against the 80 ball, Joseph Kasozi pots 14-14, ladies and gentlemen. The sharpshooter against the sniper. It's now all squares for the second time in the match. The scores was all squares when it has just started. It was 0-0. Since then, 28 frames later, it is now 14-14. And Alan is here cheering in the sharpshooter. He is saying, I don't know whether, but he is rooting for the sharpshooter, telling him maybe to make them proud. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, whoever wins the first or the next 7 frames in a row wins the match. I don't know what is taking place. Maybe let me get the audio from the mother.
Uganda, omusajja baligoro 14 mu 14 basazeewo kwemulisa basobola olaba kiki kigenda mu maaso nga bwe mukiraba bwe kiki bwe kiri. Lefali kyasazeewo omuntu bwamaliriza geemu abakkirizibwa ogenda namukulisaayo munne bw'abamaliriza geemu bulungi. Abasajja ba TZ bayombyeyombyeemu okko ne budde buno bakyali mu kuyombamu. So abakiki kinagenda mu maaso. Bwe butyo bwe mulaba tukikwatira awo. Nga bw'okiraba abasajja b'e Uganda batambuddewo mpaka budde buno golo ziri 14 mu 14. Abasajja b'e Uganda basazeewo utaazi no golo ziri 14 mu 14. Buli kimu kigenda bulungi, buli kimu kitambula bulungi. Buli kimu kitambula bulungi ng'abasajja nga basazeewo. Lefali bateezaako nti ensobi waliwo ensobi y'amaanyi eri awo. Bali mugezaako gitereeza ensobi eyo basobole otambuza enankanyi. Nga buli kimu engeri ekitambulamu ne kaakati.
Mchezaji apongezwe baada ya frame kwisha au mchezaji apongezwe baada ya break. Kwa hiyo frame haihusiani na mtu kuingia kati, sio?
Ladies and gentlemen, as you hear from the original audio from the mother video, I don't know what is exactly happening. The match was moving on well until when Joseph Kasozi equalizes. As I told you that this match was all squares when it was 0-0. Joseph Kasozi was chasing in down 1 by 1. After 28 frame, it is now all squares. And I think this is putting off the Tanzanians. I don't know. Nonetheless, we are here, me and you, to witness what will happen.
Watu ngabo chirabe ngeri bona bali mukaya na bona abantu bakaya nyeo ngabo chiraba buli mwakaya na mbuddebwe abana Uganda bapambanye golo ziri 14 mu 14 kati buli omu emberi waguru ngabo chiraba hali ya sasa hivi matumbo joto golo ni 14 kwa 14. Tanzania ina golo 14, Uganda ina golo 14. Kuna misunderstanding ya referee na ushangiliaji paswa kushangiliwa kiukamilifu. Mzee wetu au mjomba wetu kaamua kuingilia kati, ambaye ndio mlishompoto, ili kuangalia anaanza kuituliza kurudisha katika usawa. Mpaka sasa hivi ndio tunachokisubiria kuangalia tunafanyaka. Watu naona wamerudisha kwenye upole, tuangalie tunafanyaje. Hali halisi kwa kweli ni ya juu, kila mmoja yupo juu. Kila anachosubiria kila mmoja ni ushindi, na hali halisi jinsi ilivyo. La muhimu ni kuendelea kuangalia game, kuifuatilia, kusubscribe na kuifuatilia kwenye channel zote na YouTube ili kujua vinavyoendelea. Fujo hizo wazipo. Haya nanili anapitaga. Game linaanza tena.
Ladies and gentlemen, the match, it becomes tense. Chaos is in the arena after Jose Kasozi equalizing. I don't know whether we're going to watch this match fully. Is the sharpshooter and the management safe? I don't know, but let us watch what comes of Joseph Kasozi fighting for his life as well. He looks so fit now. And yes, waiting the match to resume after all the chaos in the arena. Joseph Kasozi, the sharpshooter. Uganda's seed 1 up against Abdullah HUSSEIN.
tambudde bulungi mu mbeera zonna tukuuma kimu.
So much caution is they are going on. Why? How? What is causing this? I don't know. Even me. Maybe once again I go back at the original audio and we hear what is still taking place, what is causing the match to stop in just its middle.
Abannayuganda be batyo be batambuza embeera zaabwe. Kale tukuume kimu. Omusajja bulekinga eddako ya Kasozi tujja kulaba kikyo kiddirira bwekyo bwe kitambulamu nga bwe mukiraba. Abasajja bonna b'amaanyi, bonna bakkakkamu. Omusajja Yuli agenze ku bulekinga. Omusajja agenze ku bulekinga eno. Abulekinze n'ateeba omupiira. Gemu nitandikira awo. Tukuuma kimu. Omusajja abulekinze bulungi nnyo.
And yes, the sharpshooter breaks and it's a legal shot. If he can bring a green apple, then he reads the match for the very first time after the umpire calls him to pause a bit once again. It looks like the umpire was talking to the spectators, the fans. And yes, Joseph Kasozi is now 4 yellows away to win the match for the very first, to lead in the match for the very first time.
Omusajja w'amaanyi nnyo, afubye nnyo, obwagizi bw'amaanyi nnyo, ensaidi zonna bbiri.
And the sharpshooter is shooting sharp, as his nickname is. Now to Mugisha, you saying something? Maybe we are all just on that maybe. But here, a little bit of English needed from the sharpshooter. Can he put and then get the chubo? It looks like it is a perfect shooting. It looks like now the 8 ball, it looks like the chubo can pass through the reds and he puts the last yellow. That's why he's checking on where, if we can play as well. It looks like it's going off the cushion. It's a miss. It's a miss. 2 shots the umpire calls. And Hassan gets a chance to play in this match, having 2 shots. He displays Joseph Kasozi's ball, and now it looks like he's good to go. He can finish up this match, this frame, and regain his game cushion, and maybe he's leading the match by 15 to 14. After the chaos in the arena, we are now back. The game has resumed fully, and we are heading into the very 10 to to 13 last frames. Abdallah 4 yellows away to regain his lead. If he can finish up, clear the table with a single visit. Oh, he is off target. He is off target. Nonetheless, you may say is a little bit lucky because the tube ball, where the tube ball is standing and Joseph Kasozi's last red yellow, it's almost next to impossible to put it, unless otherwise the sharpshooter is looking for all the possibilities, for all the options where he can find himself potting this last yellow. And Joseph Kasozi goes. Can he pot it? Can Joseph Kasozi pot? He goes off. And yes, he misses. Nonetheless, advantage still Abdallah Hussein. Hussein once again misses as well. He wanted to break combination. This time round, I don't know whether Joseph Kasozi can see his ball or it's a snooker. It looks like it's a snooker, or it looks like, if not a snooker, then Joseph Kasozi can just spot it with ease. He misses, though it wasn't a snooker. And yes, this frame looks going Abdallah's way. You can't miss 3 to 4 times in a single match, in a single frame, with your opponent forgiving you again and again. This time round, Abdallah Wanagi. Ladies and gentlemen, what is not happening? I think maybe the noise just a few minutes, I mean 2 or 3 minutes back, has caused a lot of problem to Abdallah. How could you miss such a shot? And now Joseph Kasozi, he can't believe his luck, because he is up against the red, the black, going for the center pocket. Oh, he went for the corner pockets and he missed. Yes, there are a lot of misses in this frame. Now Hussein need to rethink once again, because he has gotten a chance to play in this frame. Here has a chance. The umpire says it is a little bit, it looks like it is not a frozen ball. Now he wants to lower it onto the top cushion, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a miss. This time round, Joseph Kasozi will be finishing up the frame, making it 15-14. For the very first time, Joseph Kasozi, the Ugandan, leads in the match. This frame had a lot of misses, as we've been seeing. The sharpshooter, nonetheless, he takes it back. And now Abdallah, after going leading for the 14 frames, Joseph Kasozi now regains or leads for the very first time in the match. Oh my goodness, this is a foul break. It's a foul break. The cue ball bounced off the table. You may say partially it's advantage Joseph Kasozi, because these guys, a lot happened in few minutes back, causing them to go off their track. That's why nonetheless, Joseph Kasozi looks like he's capitalizing from that chaos, because if he wins this frame, he will be winning 2 consecutive frames and extending his game cushion to 16-14, having a 2 difference of frames. And now Joseph Kasozi is 2 yellows away. Only the 8 ball looked blocked by the red. Nonetheless, he can play it open up, or he can play it into in a bank shot. He played to open up. Oh wow, he is partially, I think, blocked, partially snookered. It looks clear that he can put it a little with ease. Joseph Kasozi with a single visit. A red apple, capitalizing from Abdullah Hussein's black, foul black, and now Abdullah calls for a time out. Joseph Kasozi, this time, this is the 3rd time out. Now he goes for the time out while he is in the lead with 2 frames cushion. For the very first time when he gotten a lead, he now doubled the lead by 16 frames to 14. It is $2,000 at stake for this rematch. Ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah Hussein, he is trailing once again in a rematch. Can this Tanzanian find a way of coming back in this match? As it looks, Joseph Kasozi needs 5 frames, and Abdallah Hussein, the Tanzanian, needs 7 frames to win this match. Still the gap is little bit narrow, but any frame matters right now. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very thank you for keeping me a company on this live. The likes of Samuel, the likes of Alan, the likes of Mugisha, the likes of Isaac, the likes of Joy, Martin. Thank you for turning it on. Where are you watching from? Once again, in the comment section you can tell me who is winning this match. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly tap on the thumbs up button on your screen to at least like the game. We are in the 3rd time black time of the match. Call it time out.
commentary apita Jobe na beautiful voice ya Priscilla kama moyo usimami mara hivyo mchezaji wa pool shika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima na sitikiswa na dhoruba leo tulinya wa huru utaka kwenye nyaya ya blue safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele Africa we play no games you and Hanky for the legends let's celebrate
Yes, for now we're in a short break, water break in this tournament. And in case you have just joined us right now, this is the international rematch, which the last match, Kasozi from Uganda, he won the match. And the stake was 2,000 USD, $2,000. And Joseph Kasozi, he's playing with his opponent Abdullah Hussein, and the race is 21. But for now, as Kasozi, he did a comeback. He was 12-14, but right now he's 16-14. So right now, Abdullah Hussein from Tanzania, right now he's 14. And Kasozi, Joseph Kasozi from Uganda, Kampala, he is now 16. And now he is, now we're in a short break, a water break. And I would like to check on your comments. This is Richard from Uganda. He says Kasozi. And DJ Alan Spino, he just tapped the Ugandan flags. He seems like the good Ugandan fan. And this is Kugonz Daniel. He says, thanks so much for giving us the game alive. Don't worry, we'll always do that, and we're always here for you. This is Tanzania Sporty TV. You can subscribe and don't forget to like and share and keep on dropping those comments. And now, this is my boy Crispin Shumba 33587. He says that now we are talking. Okay, Timothy Kasango. He says Kasozi to the world. Yeah, Kasozi, he did a comeback, and everybody didn't expect this to come. And everybody, he is amazing watching it. Okay, and this is Madden XT Door. He says, at least now, good luck, brother. Seed 1, Uganda. IB Kibra. Okay. And this is George Ndungo. He's just like keeping us updated. Like the video, guys. Thank you, boy. You're the man. Let me check on top the comments, top comments. They're like this chat. TT, he says, even Peter Kyobo can't miss that black. I think it's the black ball which he's speaking about. And this is Eric Performance. You people don't bring that, guys. Chewing Mira again. Don't worry. Mira is Mira. Let's keep it on Mira. You know, the Mira shit, it's amazing. Bakabulindi saying Mpindi saying Abdullah is a big fish. Yeah, surely he is. And Housecraft, he says, who is leading in this tournament? Actually, the one who's leading is Kasozi from Uganda, and Hussein is 14 down. Brian is saying, where were you, Mr. Commentator? Yo, I was just doing my stuffs. You know, I was the one who's typing in English. So, man, there's a lot of shit happening right here. Let's keep in touch. And DJ Alan, this is a proud match. Thanks again. We're coming back now, and all the players are now back. So, and the one who's breaking is Kasozi from Uganda. The game is tough. The game is amazing. Let's keep on commenting down there. I'll keep on reading your comments. Okay, Mr. Reezy Visual saying that's better, Mr. Commentator. Thanks a lot. Say hi to everybody there. Don't forget to like and share.
And ladies and gentlemen, just right now we are back for the final stage of the match. Remember, before we headed into the time out, Joseph Kasozi won 4 straight frames to make it. Oh boy, look at the shot Joseph Kasozi has just spread. Only that the Chubo moved and toe. Now I think he's going for a safety. How safe that shot is.
Saying that, and imagine I started supporting Kasozi the day he was signed in the team of Lloyd Kabwe. Okay. Now he's signed to Q Masters.
And now Abdallah given a chance back to play in this very flame. Can he mount a comeback in this match and make the score level once again? He needs to be very much on target. It looks like he goes for safety as well. Abdallah Hussein 14, Joseph Kasozi 16. The sharpshooter needs 5 frames to win the match. And yo, the sharpshooter looks so sharp. Look at the shot with the long cushion drive. He has just sprayed. Once again goes for a safety. Is this safe again? Maybe Abdallah can still play the same exact shot. He just sprayed, going for a long cushion drive to put into the extreme corner pocket on the right, if he can, because that is the shot which looked natural here. Nonetheless, you can as well play a combination shot. He goes for a bank shot to the same exact corner pocket where Joseph Kasozi spotted his last yellow. Nonetheless, he missed Joseph Kasozi off the cushion. Is a miss as well. This frame can go either way. Now it looks like Joseph Kasozi, the Ugandan seed number 1, is with a slight lead, leading by 16 frames to 14 in a race for 21. This is a rematch. Abdallah Hussein trying to manipulate the Chubo to make Joseph Kasozi artist not to put in any of his next shot. Unless he doesn't put as well, because it was next to impossible to put in any shot.
Let's go back to the game. Now he's the turn of Kasozi from Uganda. He seems so relaxed.
A single shot by a single shot. And now it looks like Joseph Kasozi, after playing a tic-tac,
if he can make
it looks like now he can go for the frame.
Wow,
if he can finish off
So let's go back
one
to
yellow
your comment
to
section.
the other.
Morgan,
And yes, the accuracy
where have you
of
been,
the
Mr.
chubo.
Commentator, bro? I was just
Now
chilling
it's
here.
left with the
Wow,
8
nice
ball.
shot.
Where can he put it?
Nice shot
If he
from
puts this remaining
Kasozi
yellow,
from Uganda.
which
Now,
he
if
can,
he can pocket this ball,
and
that means the
you,
game
he
is
plays the
over.
chubo
Now,
into the 8 ball. Now Joseph Kasozi
wow,
needs to roll
that's very bad.
this
Very bad.
8 ball
Very,
into
very,
any of
very,
the corner
very bad.
pockets, which he
Because he
misses.
missed that ball. The ball
Advantage.
can cost him a lot.
Awesome.
Just
Abdallah.
remind you, Abdullah, he is one of the Tanzania one players
The
here in
Tanzanian.
Tanzania. He plays very good, and he is good. So you better watch out, guys. Trust me,
Gets
the guy is
cheered
curious
up.
right now. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, can he?
And yes, as well, he can also finish off this frame, and he pulls one back to make it 15-16.
That's very amazing.
The sniper is on a verge. Now 4 yellow reds away to clear the table. They are pretty much finishable. Who is ease?
Okay, this for which he will choose. It will choose the best in your
One by one,
race of this coin.
the snooker.
Wow, wow. Can he take the white ball back so that he can pocket the black ball? Let's see. Let us see.
Without a benefit of doubt,
Wow, wow.
Abdallah will be pulling one back.
It can determine right now if he's going to score.
And yes, he is up against the 8 ball for the 15th time in the match. This time round,
That's a wow.
he gets it right.
Okay, now it's 15.
16-15.
Still Kasozi
This
from
is
Uganda
Abdallah
leading the scoreboard.
against
Who can
Kasozi.
reach the 21st race? Let's go back to the comment section.
The game is really
Is
tense.
second country, but
You can hear the silence and the noise in the arena tells it all.
a thanker saying so, Mr. Wow, Mr. Wow, Mr.
And now frame number
Wow, Mr. Wow, have just been
32.
wow, Mr. Wow.
Abdallah Blacks. He goes with power.
A foul, and this foul can cost
He looks like it's a dry black.
Brother Dula right here. Let's see if Kasozi doesn't get serious.
It's not dry, but it's a foul black. He potted the chubo.
Uganda will dominate pool for the next
Now Joseph Kasozi, can he finish off as he has been doing it? When given a frame with a foul break or a dry break, he was utilizing the chances and wins the frame. And now Joseph Kasozi, he plays the red into the yellow and he closes the table playing the yellows.
MC chairman of the area. Uganda number 1, Mr. John.
The game is live at the Chu Masters
This English is from our
Billiards Center in Tanzania, the home of Joseph Kasozi now, who is a recently signed player by the Chu Masters Polo Club residing in Tanzania. Uganda's seed 1. This is his second money match in just 4 days time against one of Tanzania's best, Abdallah HUSSEIN. The sharpshooter is 3 yellows away. If he can mount, and yes, looks like the sharpshooter is closing in to regain his 2-frame cushion. Up against the last yellow, can he put it? It's a miss. Ladies and gentlemen, Kasozi misses this time round. If Abdallah Hussein wins, can you manipulate the cue ball and wins, finish up this frame? Yes, he can make it all squares, score it 17-17 after 34 frames. Slow but sure, he plays the cue ball into opening up the pocket, and I think he has gotten it right in that pocket. Yes, he's ready. Can pass, leaving Joseph Kasozi's yellow at the pocket. And Freddy Kibirango is saying this game is full of mistakes. Yes, I agree with you. Remember, these are long races, a maximum of 41 frames. Those are so many. And now Abdallah plays safety and snookers Joseph Kasozi. It looks like it's a snooker. Joseph Kasozi can see his yellow. Seeing it is another thing, he can't see, it's a foul. And now Abdallah will be putting or will be playing Kasozi's yellow out of the pocket for him. And just like this, now the frame is good as gone. We shall be having a 16-16 score. After this is frame number 32. The sharpshooter up against the sniper from Tanzania. Uganda's seed one in Joseph Kasozi. He is shooting against Abdallah Hussein, the sharpshooter from Tanzania. A sniper's player. His club is called Snipers Polo Club. Yes, this time round, this is like as I said, now all squares just from the black. Abdallah is winning his second frame in a row, making it 16-16 after 32 frames. Now whoever wins 5 frames in a row wins the match without heading into a decider.
Watching from Zambia, what was the confusion about in the first place? The first commentator was using a local language. Okay, the first confusion was people were like making a lot of noise. They were confusing the players, that's why. So the game had to stop.
And yes, Joseph Kasozi breaks, and he breaks dry. Abdallah advantage. In a one shot, Joseph Kasozi invited back on the table. Looks like playing in the yellows is the possible way. Looks like Joseph Kasozi has no time to waste. He is just attacking now.
He really needs to win again, because the last game he won
Can he finish off the frame? Maybe he can. Maybe he can't. Football worldwide. It's a good feeling watching a game natural. Yes, it's really a very good feeling. Now Joseph Kasozi contemplating if to go for a bank shot. It's a miss. Abdallah Hussein invited back on the table to play frame number 33. It's all squares on the scoreboard. Whoever wins this regains the lead. The sniper, he plays so well. That shot, well executed it. Perfect. This is a rematch of the match that happened on Thursday, Saturday, just 2 days back. That match we saw it going into a decider. 41 frame was played, and Joseph Kasozi won the match, you may say by luck, because Abdallah missed a critical shot, just 1 yellow away to the 8 ball and win the match once and for all, and he missed to put the yellow. That was so direct, and that miss wanted Joseph Kasozi a win of the match and the winning of the stake of $2,000. And now Abdallah Hussein needs to be so much tactical if he is to win this rematch. Nonetheless, he is 2 shots away to the 8 ball, playing 1 red into the corner pocket, or first going for 1 red to play it diagonally into the same corner pocket just near your screen, or playing it a sharp cut to put it into the center pocket just near your screen. Those are all options for Abdallah. He goes 4. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Abdallah has snookered himself for the last red on the table. He needs to play off the cushion or else, and the cushion is granted by the umpire. You may say that was unlucky for Abdallah for that yellow last ball. And the rest, he can put off the cushion. He goes, he finds the yellow, the red, but he doesn't put. Now Joseph Kasozi, can he capitalize on that unfortunate from Abdallah? Joseph Kasozi once again plays a safety shot. Abdallah takes his time. He wants to play sharp cut. Can he find this? Yes, he finds, but he doesn't put. It looks like the gods are saying that this frame is for Joseph Kasozi, who as well needs to be on target. Yes, he's on target. Where's the cue ball going? He is good to go. He can put, and playing a side spin, bouncing off the cushion. into space where he can put the last yellow into either the left near your screen corner pocket, or maybe he goes for a bank shot. That's unrealistic shot. And it is Joseph Kasozi. He goes and he misses, leaving the tube for Abdallah, who needs to just roll his last red onto the corner pocket where Joseph Kasozi wanted to put his yellow. Can he get it right? If he gets, maybe he wins the match, I mean the frame. And yes, he puts it. Now Abdallah up against the 8 ball. Pot and regains his red on the match by 17 frames to 16. Potting this black, it is as easy as the word easy can be. Oh my goodness. Once again, Abdallah misses. Oh my. Joseph Kasozi survives once again, but to survive it, he must pot. And yes, Joseph Kasozi pots, and just in a second, the frame that was going Abdallah's way, it is now going Joseph Kasozi's way. 17-16 in a race to 21. That was unfortunate, unforced error from Abdallah. Ladies and gentlemen, the turns in the arena, the turns on the prayers can tell it all. How on earth could you miss such a shot? Nonetheless, pull is hard. Believe me, Abdallah breaks, and it looks it's a fair break this time round. He puts a ball on the break. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Kasozi needs 4 frames and Abdallah needs 5 frames to win the match. Abdallah misses once again. He closes the table on the reds, inviting Joseph Kasozi, the sharpshooter from Uganda. Oh, sorry. Like I was meaning like he leaves the table not closed. Joseph Kasozi closes the table on the reds, and yes, can he manipulate the tube with ease and tactics and accuracy and composure for him to steal this frame from Abdallah? And if he wins it, once again he establishes a 2-frame cushion between the scorers, and that shot tells it all, putting and opening up for the one of his looked to be dead red. That was perfect showing from the sharpshooter. Now here he needs to play one red into the other. Just slowly, he goes for power. Can he get a chubo to put the remaining? No, it ended up into a foul. Why to go for power? Why to go for power? And now advantage is Abdallah Hussein, the sniper. Win a frame, make it 2-2, I mean 17-17, and maybe you yearn for another. And the rest he needs to play off, opening up maybe one of his looks to be dead yellow, and then go for the flame. Abdallah, he needs to compose himself because he is fighting for frames. When it reaches to the 8th ball, he misses it. It really looks so painful and so disgusting. Abdallah, this time round, if he clears this table with these 3 remaining yellows, once again he gets an equalizing flame. On target, and the chubo is so perfect. This frame looks going Abdallah's way without any benefit of doubt whatsoever. He can finish off. I remember there is a ball he missed just as it is, like there in a frame back, and Joseph Kasozi finished it off. This time round he potted it, and now up against the 8th ball to make it 17-17. He breezes again before he takes the shot. Abdallah, he gets it right. 17-17 after 34 frames being played to completion. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever wins the next 4 frames first wins the match.
That's Danny saying, oops, makosa imefanyika. Yep, oops, makosa imefanyika. And that makosa imemcost Kasozi from Uganda. Now 17-17, Kamandula, Maulid, Audio, Sangula, Motors, Transport and Logistic. Okay, John saying Kasozi is scared. Actually, Kasozi, he isn't scared. You know, reminding you, Kasozi, he's the best player in Uganda, and he is.
And yes,
he can scare most of Tanzanian players here in Tanzania, but still,
the sharpshooter, after breaking, it looks like he's threatening to give us a single visit frame. Call it a green apple. If we can do it, then he has the ability once again to regain his lead to 18 frames to 17. Just one by one, he is playing so well and very fast. Joseph Kasozi, he's playing so accurate at his best in this frame. Up against the last red, yes, he puts it. Now the sharpshooter is up against the 8th ball for the 18th time in the match. Can he clear it? And yes, with a single visit, Joseph Kasozi regains his lead by 18-17. The sharpshooter needs now 3, and Abdallah, the Tanzanian sniper, needs 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the rhythm is okay. You win a frame, I win a frame. You win a frame, I win a frame. Now Abdallah needs to do just exactly what Kasozi has done, but it looks like it will not, because Abdallah breaks dry. Joseph Kasozi can capitalize once again on the dry break of Abdallah. You and me, we are here to bear witness as the match unfolds. We are left with a maximum of 5 frames. I mean a maximum of 6 frames. Joseph Kasozi needs 3 of those, and Abdallah needs 4 of those. Look at this. And yes, Abdallah Hussein, can he find a way of winning this frame once again to have all squares on the scoreboard? Yes, I'm very sure he can. He has been composing himself when it comes to look for an equalizing frame compared to when he is looking for a winning frame or a frame to get his lead back. Now look at the way he is shooting now, knowing that if I give a chance back, it means I've given a frame away. And yes, the only problem on this frame is those 2 balls next to each other, his yellows. I know he's praying to find a way of potting them, but there is even a chance of playing safety. I don't know how that could be. He goes for a safety. I don't know whether that was safe enough, because Joseph Kasozi can pot at the center where he gets it right, and if he pots that, it looks like the frame is running away from Abdallah. It looks like Joseph Kasozi is finding a way of winning this very frame. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the frame number 36, and Joseph Kasozi, the sharpshooter, is 3 reds away to getting his 19th frame. And look at the way he's manipulating the tube, making sure playing on target. Joseph Kasozi is up against the last yellow, which is almost potted. Where will the 2 ball remain for him for the 8 ball? Joseph Kasozi will be putting the 8 ball on the center pocket just next to your screen to get his 19th frame. He needs to play sharp cut if he's to go for that shot I am talking about. He goes for a sharp ball. He misses. Oh wow. He misses completely. Abdallah, can you find a way of snookering Kasozi, or you play your game to win? You just attack. Is attacking necessary here? I think it's not. It's like you need to put one yellow, put at the center by corner pocket on the right, where next to where the umpire is standing, and then find a way of snookering. Nonetheless, he goes for a snooker. He goes for pot. My goodness, it's a foul. It's a foul, and looks like Abdallah, the match is running away from him. The sharpshooter will be finishing off this flame with ease. Joseph Kasozi 19, Abdallah Hussein 17 in a race 21. Joseph Kasozi needs just 2 frames to win the match, and yet Abdallah Hussein needs 4 frames to win the match. Can Joseph Kasozi give us a green apple here? Because he breaks frame number 37. He goes with power. It looks like it's a dry black. It's dry. Yes, it's dry black. Abdallah, you need to capitalize from this. You win this with a single visit, and then you break and finish to settle the score, or else the match will be running out of your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, where are you watching? Thank you for keeping me a company. This match so far it has played for 3 hours and 4 minutes. And look at the way how fast and using accuracy is Abdallah, whom I think he is not at his best for some reasons. Nonetheless, he is in a money match, a rematch, where he needs to win this match, because if you played the first match and you lost to the same guy, you need at least to win the second match, maybe to settle the scores, or even to settle the finances. Can he go for pot? Yes, he almost. The chubo. Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow he has just played, it almost got stuck at the pawn pocket. Finally it went in, and now Abdallah is 3 yellows away. And the rest, he has to make a big the chubo bouncing off the top cushion. Yes, he gets it. Now he goes for the yellow, the center, the corner pocket on the right, far of the screen, and then needs to play either with a back spin so that he can import the last yellow into the center pocket near your screen, and then he puts the remaining all the 8 ball at the corner pocket near your screen on the right. Let me see what is his pattern. And yes, he goes like as I said. Now he needs to play either a center pocket or go for a corner pocket at the top of the screen, just near your screen on the left. Looks like it's the shot he's contemplating at. He goes, and yes, he pots. Ladies and gentlemen, Abdallah Hussein is up against the 8 ball for the 18th time in the match. Can he finish off? And he pulls one back, and yes, he gets it. It's now 18-19. Abdallah needs 3. Joseph Kasozi, the Ugandan, needs 2. Race to 21 for $2,000 at stake in this rematch. And then Abdallah breaks the next frame. Goes. It looks like it's a dry break. Just like that, Joseph Kasozi has a chance to do exactly what Abdallah Hussein has done in the last frame. Finish off the frame with a single visit, a red apple, to punish the mistake of a dry break. Joseph Kasozi is playing so fast. You know, when he feels, when he has the pattern, he always doesn't take time between his shots. That's why he's called the sharpshooter. And yes, his 3 reds away to get his 20th frame. And if he gets this 20th frame, he becomes the very favorite to win the match, because he will be in need of 1 frame out of the remaining 3 frames. And this is the frame number 20. Frame number 38. This time round, Joseph Kasozi gets a chubo, which is so dangerous, but then he capitalizes on it and he puts up against the last yellow. Can he pot it? But it will need a sharp cut, and playing the chubo into the red just next to that yellow. That if you play that into the red, you may be unfortunate for the red to play into the yellow, into the 8 ball. Nonetheless, Joseph Kasozi can put the 8 ball at the center pocket. He played it so well. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the sharpshooter gets his 20th frame. The Ugandan, Joseph Kasozi, Uganda's seed 1, as ranked by PAL, by PAL, the Pool Association of Uganda. He is on the verge of winning 2 money matches in a row. He needs 1 frame out of the remaining 3 frames. Abdallah now can't afford to lose any frame, because if you lose a frame here, you give a win to Joseph Kasozi, and Joseph Kasozi breaks the next frame. Can he finish it off with a break and finish? I don't know. Abdallah is taking his time, calculate each and every move before he takes. Yes, Abdallah can't afford to miss any of the remaining 3 frames, because if Kasozi Joseph wins one of the remaining 3 frames, Joseph Kasozi wins the match. Nonetheless, Abdallah has gotten his chance to keep it going, and maybe he goes in for a decider. You win this frame with a single visit, and you come and break the next frame with a single visit. That gives you an upper hand to go for a decider where Joseph Kasozi will be breaking it, and then you never know. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are 2 or 3 frames, 3 frames including the ongoing frame, away to the match's climax. Thank you for keeping me a company for almost 3.25 hours. Right now, Abdallah takes his time, 1 at a go, up against the last red, and it looks like with a reverse-ish, call it a red apple, Abdallah will be pulling another back, getting his 19th frame in a row. Abdallah 19, Joseph Kasozi 20. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a race transfer 1. It is now becoming so tense, so dense for both players, I can tell you. And now Abdallah breaks frame number 40. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a foul break. Abdallah breaks foul, puts the 2 ball on the break. Can Joseph Kasozi take advantage of a dry break? Of a foul break. Joseph Kasozi is going in for the reds. Can he finish off? If he doesn't finish this, then Abdallah wins this, then ladies and gentlemen, we have a decider. Joseph is going for a combination shot here. It's a foul. Abdallah with 2 shots. It looks like we are heading into a decider because Abdallah has 2 shots here, and if we can find a way of finishing off the whatever the yellows or the reds, then good to go. If we can find a way of finishing off these yellows, yes, he has 2 shots, rear one to the other, and yes, press the ball. It looks like it is going for, we are going in for the wire. Needs to play here a backspin. No, play a little bit of side spin, and now play 1 arrow into the center pocket. Keep the cube where you can put that next arrow, just that next arrow to the cube onto the pocket where he is standing, and then he played it a little bit far. Then he wants to put both yellows in the same exact pocket in 2 different shots. It's possible, and it is very good. Abdallah running for his life. you win this match, and then we head into a deciding frame. Once again, this is frame number 40. We are left with only 2 frames, including the ongoing frame. You can stay nowhere at this time because the match it is in its climax. And now Abdallah here looks like is now 2 yellows away to the black. Can he finish off? Joseph Kasozi is coming near, just at least to be attentive and maybe to observe for any slight move of his yellow, maybe of his balls. Abdallah yet capitalizes on it. It looks like he snookers himself. Oh my goodness, this could be the turning point for Kasozi. If Abdallah can't find his yellow, or if he finds it and then he doesn't pot it, all the assumption is gives Joseph Kasozi a chance once again to play in this frame, which looks to be a little bit open for him if he gets a chance. The Ugandan sharpshooter, the Ugandan seed 1, the Ugandan Loxberry, former pro player in the Ugandan league, Joseph Kasozi, the one who won the first match last Saturday by 21 frames to 20, and Abdallah now finds his yellows and he misses to pot. Joseph Kasozi will be playing. He plays to pot and sprints the other ball. It looks like Joseph Kasozi is now finding a way to win the match once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Kasozi is now 3 to 4 shots away to win the match for the second time against the same exact player for the same exact race and for the same exact stake. $2,000 US for a 21 frames a race. Joseph Kasozi is going for his last one of the last balls. Look what the Chubo has gotten himself. Yes, he can finish off this. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Joseph Kasozi is winning yet another match, and with cutters of it is Joseph Kasozi up against the black. And yes, the sharpshooter wins 2 matches in a row against the Tanzanian Abdallah Ahmed. Let me put on the
is the man Kasozi is Mr. Bombastic. I wonder whoever predicted these scores. Anaweza kuwa mchawi.
Joseph. Congratulations the Ugandan.
Wow, that's the final ball.
1 frame is 19.
That's the final ball, guys.
Wow.
Your prediction was amazing. We need another rematch. Guys, we cannot do another rematch, but we'll be having another games. Kasozi will be playing with another player from Tanzania. Actually, the players, they are all 4 players who will need to play against Kasozi. Tanzanian players will be playing against Kasozi. The first player is Abdullah, has been defeated, which is bad. Now we'll be dealing with another player. The next player, I don't know whom player. So let's go back to wait. So let's go back to the interview. We'll be interviewing Mrisho Mpoto.
In the heart of the city where the light shine bright, legends rise on the table cause of fight. Sharpshooters in Uganda, take the post with a stroke like thunder, fear the ghost. From Masaka to Jobu, Kampala to Harare.
Wa Q Masters, lakini ni kipimo tosha cha wachezaji wetu hapa nchini Tanzania. Binafsi pengine kama mdau wa mchezo wa pool table, lakini kama barozi unaye tuongozea mchezo huu, una kipi ambacho umekiona baada ya michezo hii miwili?
Ya kwanza, mchezo ulikuwa ni mkubwa, mchezo ulikuwa ni mzuri. Kitu kipekee nachoweza kusema ni kwamba
Africa is a crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo, hustle ni patelo.